I remember in some of the Fast and Furious movies, he'd come in like really fucking housey and full, but probably not dialed into the point that he actually has separation in his abs. Like he probably had separation in his abs, but not like dryness. Here you can see like serratus detail with, you can just tell the grain is fucking there. He's brought the grain train to the fucking pond to go fishing. What's up guys, Derek, moreplates.com. Today we are going to be looking at Dwayne the goddamn Rock Johnson. Again, he has now posted his final physique updates for Black Adam. Dwayne the Rock Johnson shows off heroic physique in final week of Black Adam shooting. He shares some shirtless photos that have jaws dropping. You can see here he's holding a fishing rod. He's not flexing at all, you know, wink wink. And he is looking dialed in. He has the back showing here with the gluteus maximus fucking popping. As the filming of DC's Black Adam comes to a close, Dwayne Johnson has been shredding down and getting peeled. Do people actually, write and say that? Or do they watch people like me and like learn to say that? It's actually kind of interesting. That's not that common of a word. I'm kind of surprised to see like a mainstream writer. Oh, maybe it's Fitness Volt. Maybe they do like fitness shit mainly. So I don't know. Anyways, getting peeled. He showed the results of this with a recent post that shows off his intimidating physique. Johnson has made it clear in the last few weeks of shooting his titular role of Black Adam will be appearing shirtless, with his physique being on full display. So he has been doing things to prepare for that, including cutting some weight and leaning down to look as peeled as possible. As peeled as possible. The results of this work were put on display recently when The Rock posted a recent pair of updates to Instagram. Always good to spend time with all my babies, Johnson wrote. The comment section is liking this one. Mr. Olympia by Kai Green, the guy who always makes the worst fucking joke ever about coming back to the Olympia and just doesn't show up. Go fuck yourself. Are the babies peck 1 and peck 2 in this photo? Crying laughing face fire emoji. Food porn, getting that engagement in. Machine Bro by Just Train. Flexing while fishing. This is actually pretty accurate of what's actually happening in the photo. With a heart. Hardest worker in the room and on and off the field. Black Adam. Gotta get you to MC the Base Nation Classic sometime, my dude. Heart, 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 heart. Fucking hearts off the chain. Fire symbols, classic engagement. Save some triceps for the rest of us. Fucking grunting / pouting concurrently with a fire symbol. Oh, it's fucking Smith.Julian. Goddamn. Like you need more triceps, you fucking hooligan. So anyways, he looks absolutely insane. Like, yeah, you know the guy wants an engagement comment when a guy with the literal meatiest triceps on fucking earth that has been literally accused of synthol is saying that. Like, this guy's doing fucking bicep curls and it looks like he's hitting tries. So anyways, Fitness Volt shows the back shot as well, which looking solid. This is quite the fucking booty pop here. Back to work, final week of production. Can't thank you guys enough, grateful truly. Almost 2 years of hardcore intense training, diet, character prep, execution, and gear. You've been right there rocking with me all this time. Punch you in the fucking face while praying. And now it's my turn, and I hope to deliver the definitive anti-hero you deserve with more flexing. The hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change. Are you guys looking forward to this movie? Let me know. Is this like a very, I don't know, highly anticipated title? I'm not really sure, to be honest. Can't wait for this film. Not The Rock caking. Dead. Squat gain, bro. So that's the rock bottom. Yeah, so anyway, his physique, it looks like he actually dialed in. No, not this fucking guy. It looks like he actually dialed in to the point where, like, his physique has definitely taken on a new look over the years. It is no longer the beefy, like it is beefy as fuck, but I mean, he used to have a very full, hydrated look, whereas now he's coming in more like dry and grainy looking. I don't know if that's just muscle maturity and or it's the compound selection, or more so that he's actually getting fucking leaner nowadays, because he's actually coming in really dry. Like, I remember in some of the Fast and Furious movies, he'd come in like really fucking housey and full, but probably not dialed into the point that he actually has separation in his abs, like he probably had separation in his abs, but not like dryness. Here you can see like serratus detail with, you can just tell the grain is fucking there. He's brought the grain train to the fucking pond to go fishing on Mana Farms. Quick side tangent, this video is actually sponsored. Yes, another sponsor. This is it's actually the second one that we've done of over 1,000 videos. So it's not like I've done like almost none at this point, but the reason being is because I'm very picky about the companies I work with. I don't want to ever fall into the trap of being one of those influencers who just pumps out ad reads like a robot, sits there, reads off a screen, has no emotion when they're doing it, gets paid, you know, here's your check, and then they read something and they just know because they're a mega influencer, they can get away with it. And the companies still come back, but they don't even care about the products. They're not passionate about what they're talking about. They probably never even tried this stuff. I only work with companies that I've literally spent my own money on their stuff in the past and think it's a high quality product, and or I'm highly intrigued / interested in what they're doing and am going to be involved in some capacity in the future if it's, you know, something I've never tried and I would, you know, have got it for the first time and tried it and then find out I believe in it. You know, if I hadn't spent my own money on it, I have to try this stuff in some capacity before I know if I'm going to be into it or not. And in general, it's only going to be companies I've literally pulled cash out of my pocket on and spent money on, because how else would I expect you guys to even like what it is if I don't even fucking like it? So pretty obvious, which you would think most influencers would follow suit, but they just don't seem to care. So anyways, Magic Spoon. I don't know how they managed to match the flavor profile of a sugar-laden, a literal drenched in sugar cereal with literally just monk fruit and allulose, but they managed to do it with 0 sugar in it. It is 140 calories per serving. It only has, it has 14 grams of protein as well, by the way. 4 net grams of carbs in each serving, 0 gram sugar, like I said, 140 calories. So it's pretty easy to fit into a diet model regardless if you're cutting or bulking. Obviously, if you're an aggressive cut, it's a bit harder to portion anything realistically unless it's super high volume. So this could be, you know, not as satiating as you may otherwise need if you're in a steep deficit. But in general, for most people, like I'm in a pretty significant deficit right now, and I can still fit in a couple servings post-workout. And the reason that works for me is because it doubles as my protein requirements, given the fact that it has, like I said, 14 grams of protein per serving. It adds up pretty quick and helps you actually hit your protein allotment whilst concurrently satisfying your sweet tooth without actually blowing up your diet with a super sugar plus fat dense bomb of garbage, which is what you're going to be getting with normal over-the-counter, well, not over-the-counter, like cereals that you normally find in the, you know, the grocery store. So their best-selling flavors are the cocoa here. This one I actually just finished. Then they have the frosted, which is probably tied with cocoa for my favorite. And they also have peanut butter as well as fruity. And then they have a few other flavors on their site, and you're not just forced to get this variety pack. I mentioned you can actually customize your order, you know, however you want, get more than one of the same thing, or you can check out their cinnamon or their blueberry or their strawberry and banana flavor. The strawberry and banana one just came out. I'm actually hopefully going to get that one soon because I have not even tried it myself. But yeah, like this stuff honestly tastes pretty damn close to what you're gonna get from sugar-laden cereals with a fraction of the calories, a fraction of the, well, not even a fraction, like literally 0 of the sugar content. Much healthier for you, high protein simultaneously. You can't really beat it if you're a diet mindful individual, somebody who has, you know, body composition goals that, you know, pertain to maintaining a reasonable like muscularity and or, you know, lean body composition. This is the only cereal I've found personally that is conducive to not only muscle growth but also keeping the fat off at the same time. It's keto friendly, gluten free, grain free, soy free, low carb and GMO free. It tastes amazing. You know, obviously I wouldn't be talking about it if I didn't think so. If you want to support me and the brand, you know, it's great for me to be able to bring stuff that I actually spend my money on and then be able to support my own brand with stuff in the past I've spent money on. It's kind of a weird full circle thing that's going on where companies are reaching out to me now to support me, even though I've like given them money before. It's cool, dude. So if you want to support me, you can click the link in the description below and try it today. Use the coupon code Derek to save $5 off your order, or go to magicspoon.com/Derek. They're so confident in their product, too. They have a 100% happiness guarantee is what they call it, where basically if you don't like it, they'll refund your money with no questions asked. And I imagine they would not say that and tell me to say that, you know, lightly, if they were going to make you jump through a bunch of hoops like a bunch of other companies would. So I imagine they will definitely be sticking to their word on that one. So click the link below, use the code Derek for $5 off, or go to magicspoon.com/Derek to save $5 today. And yeah, you know, everything you guys support me in, it's always much appreciated. Helps build the brand up, helps me actually allocate the time and get the return on investment for spending the time making such a ridiculous volume of videos when I could otherwise be, you know, building up Gorilla Mind or my HRT clinic or things of that nature. Like I spend so much goddamn time making these videos, and it's great to actually have it, you know, be rewarding in that aspect, as well as being able to bring high quality information is great in itself, but also being able to be compensated for it makes it a lot easier to invest the time in this way. So really appreciate everything you guys have been supporting me in, and this is just another way to help build up the channel. So support me, support Magic Spoon, and back to our regularly scheduled programming. Yeah, like he looks much leaner in the face. Everything about his physique is more streamlined and athletic nowadays. And I think it looks better overall, to be honest. It's probably healthier. It's probably not as stressful on his cardiovascular system. It's probably a lot more sustainable. I imagine the compound selection is probably relatively similar, though, in that he is probably leveraging, you know, a standard high, well, he's probably blasting, you know, for these rolls, but I mean, you know, you can imagine the composition of his base is still a backbone of something like an HGH with testosterone, and I'm sure he adds in, you know, pushes it up to super physiological amounts for the roll preparation, and probably throws in things concurrently like a nandrolone, or maybe to dry out in the near end, might be doing like an Anavar or something, or a Primo. Can't imagine he'd be pushing the synthetic vectors too hard with things like Trenbolone. With, you know, he certainly could be, and it's certainly reflected in the physique, where I would imagine, you know, Trenbolone sandwich might be in play here at a low dose or something. But this guy's obviously being more mindful of health now, I would think. You know, his physique is, it's not downsized. It's probably the most impressive it's ever looked, but it's more athletic, and I think mindful of water retention and shit like that, that otherwise used to be more, you know, a dominating presence is a lot more full and big, but it's not necessarily healthier on your, like literally putting pressure on your heart, increasing your blood pressure. Shit like this is stuff that I'm sure he's being more mindful of nowadays, and is probably being incorporated into his protocol design and his, the overall physique package he brings to the table. It's more, again, like I said, streamlined. I imagine he probably weighs a bit less than he used to in some like the peak mass rolls that he used to play. So I don't know, are we ever gonna see that come back? I don't really know, but I like the more streamlined athletic look. I think it suits him. I think it's reflective of something that looks more healthy. And I think it overall is going to be a more sustainable thing for him in these coming years, because he is indeed probably going to be playing these roles continuously. He's always, you know, the big macho guy, the big, you know, hero or anti-hero or whatever. He's always playing something where he's fucking huge and jacked. And this is a bit more, you know, again, it's not healthy, but it's certainly better in that it is a bit more toned back, but just as impressive nonetheless, in my opinion. How sustainable is it going to be as he gets into his 50s, though? Like, honestly, that's where most guys start to really have wear and tear with, you know, now it's almost like 40 is like the new fucking 30 nowadays. There's guys at 40 who look, especially stepping on stage at the Olympia even, like guys like Dexter Jackson, Sean Roden, you know, even Kai Green, even though he's never gonna fucking step on stage and he says it every 2 seconds. Those kind of guys are maintaining like peak competitive physiques at a high level into their 40s, like even deep into their 40s. It's like, it seems like the longevity of bodybuilding is, you know, it's dragged out even further now. Is it just that people are using hormones for longer, or is it just that, you know, people are becoming, you know, healthier and, you know, sustaining their you know, bodies for longer, and they're, you know, being more mindful of smart practices in the gym and maintaining cardiovascular health in order to, and, you know, organ health in general, to tolerate these compounds? I don't really know for certain, but it does seem to be that individuals are able to maintain physiques for longer nowadays. And yeah, like even guys like Stan Efferding, he's like 53 and looks fucking amazing. So like The Rock probably could, you know, drag this out into his 50s, But I imagine it's going to get to the point where he's going to have to start thinking about his family more so, if he's not already, and being mindful of his legacy that he's leaving and how long he wants to be here to have that built up. And, you know, when is enough, I guess. But, you know, the problem with physiques like this, unfortunately, are that it places so much more stress on organ systems than a smaller human, that you pretty much know your lifespan is going to be shorter just by your sheer dominating presence, which is unfortunate because he's an obviously larger than life individual who is very inspiring to, you know, millions of people probably. And I imagine he wants to be around as long as possible. So in an individual like this, definitely looking at ancillaries like angiotensin receptor blockers, things like beta blockers, things that are going to retain cardiovascular health and prevent cardiac remodeling as he gets into his 50s and 60s, if he's going to be pursuing this long term, which he seems to be very much, you know, planning on. That kind of stuff with high quality oversight from high quality doctors is going to be absolutely critical. And you might already assume he probably has the best doctors in his camp already, but you'd be fucking shocked how little some of these like celebrity doctors or celebrity trainers really know when it comes to next generation implementation of harm reduction and shit like that. Like things like ARB use, things like beta blocker use, things like even compound selection when it comes to hormone use. Sometimes they're, you know, very, very classic in their approach to compound selection. And when I say classic, I mean like, you know, the era they grew up in is what they presume to be the correct way to use things. They haven't really developed past out of their comfort zone or, you know, out of their educated kind of bubble of what they've learned over the years. So, you know, hopefully he has somebody in his camp who is able to kind of stay on top of that for him, because it's definitely going to be critical to maintain the cardiovascular health as he continues to put stress on his system going into his 50s. The guy is not regressing much at all, you know, slightly downsized in the kind of intramuscular fullness aspect it seems, but more so not really slowing down in anything else. So anyways, we shall see what goes. Let me know if you guys are looking forward to Black Adam. Is it a movie I should see? Is it worthwhile? Maybe I'll check it out if there's enough comments encouraging me to do so. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, check out my blog, moreplacemordates.com. Follow me on Instagram at moreplacemordates, Facebook, Snapchat, BitChute, fucking not BitChute, Twitter, TikTok, Apple Podcasts. If you want to support the channel, you can check out anything I'm associated with in the video description below. My TRT clinic, it's all telemedicine from the comfort of your own home. We have doctors who understand things that are above the scope of just here's your TRT, here's your HCG, here's your nastrozole, get the fuck out the door, and we're gonna make a markup on the medication. You will get high quality oversight from our doctors who know how to interpret biomarkers, who know how to attenuate the risks of exogenous hormone use. Shit like that is very hard to come by, and is why I vet the guys at our clinic in a very specific way to represent the highest quality, most progressive information in the industry right now. We make our markup on services, not just medications, which is what sets us apart, in that we pride ourselves on actually providing high quality care that is worth the money above and beyond just like getting through the door to get to your fucking TRT or something. Like you might not need TRT. It might not be warranted, you know? Or you might be natural and just want to optimize and see what you can do from a lifestyle, dietary intervention, sleep hygiene, fucking, you know, anything perspective. Checking your biomarkers, getting high quality oversight, getting high quality interpretation. This is what we do. You know, it's turnkey at our clinic. You can check it out. It is in the video description below, whether you're natural, whether you're enhanced, whether you're seeking TRT, whether you're seeing if you qualify and just want to test the waters. That is what we do. So check it out. It's video description below, and anything else I'm associated with, it's all down there, including the shirts I wear in my videos. You can get 15% off. Code is in the description below, as well as anything else I'm associated with. Thank you guys for watching. Talk to you soon.